local lawyer says there's an immigration scam spreading across the West Coast that started in Medford. As Jessica DeNova reports, the cons are stealing money from undocumented immigrants.
Salvador Ibarra Nuez, who is working with law enforcement and the Department of Justice to charge a man accused of immigration fraud across the West, faces deportation.
And the law enforcement officers, including the deputy district attorney cooperating with the federal investigation, certified that our client had in fact been a victim and has continued to be a valuable asset for the investigation.
Kevin Stout, an immigration attorney with Hetch Norman, says Ibarra tried to legalize his status in the United States, but went to the wrong place in Medford.
In this process, while he was trying to avoid deportation, he was defrauded and extorted by Patrick Snyder and his associate Juvenal Vega.
Ibarra's wife says after handing more than $10,000 in cash to the two men working under the name Immigration Solutions at the time, her husband knew something wasn't right when he received his deportation notice in the mail. Then came the warning from Juvenal Vega, the translator in the suspected scam, who told them not to report anything to police with threats attached, telling the couple Patrick Snyder was capable of reporting Ibarra's entire family to immigration, of murder, and more. Stout argues his client is not alone and is eligible for a U visa, which U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services grants to undocumented immigrants working with law enforcement on qualifying criminal investigations. But before he can turn his energy toward getting his client a long-term solution, Stout says he must first convince Immigration and Customs Enforcement not to kick Ibarra out of the U.S.
Our local ICE agents have been nothing but professional and have always exercised, I feel, appropriate discretion. Unfortunately, this is beyond what they're authorized to make a decision on, and the decision ultimately rests with their supervisors in the Portland and Seattle field offices.
While the clock ticks for Ibarra, his 4 children and wife say they hope ICE and USCIS consider the entire family's well-being when they make their decisions.
I feel like they don't see that they're not just hurting my dad, but they're hurting my whole family.
Jizel Ibarra says she worries most about finding the daily motivation she found in her dad to maintain her 4.0 GPA at South Medford High School. Her brother Ezequiel worries about the family business, and their mother worries about keeping food on the table, her oldest son in college, and what to tell her 7-year-old when he asks for his father. Covering your news in Medford, Jessica DeNova, News 10.